Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to show you how to spot two different exercises, the squat and the bench press. This is a movement that we've been doing a lot in barbell boot camp lately, and it's really helpful when other members can help each other and spot each other. So this is going to show you how to do this properly. So Jeff's going to demonstrate squatting for us. And what we want to do is, if Jeff is doing a squat and he's having a hard time with it, I'm going to help him by grabbing the bar, his body. Now he's going to come up, he's having trouble. I'm going to grab under his body and pick him up as I'm doing the spot. What I don't want to do, if I can help it, is grab the bar, because that's going to create space between his body and the bar, and I could possibly pull him off balance. He's going to fall over, then I'm stuck with the bar in my hands, and I don't want that. Now sometimes you might not have a spot available to you, and that's okay. If you have clear space behind you, you can always bail on a squat, and this can actually be done fairly easily and safely. So I'm going to step out of the way here. Jeff is going to go into his squat. If he's having a hard time getting back up, he's going to push it off his back and jump forward. Now obviously if you're using bumper plates, that's a little bit better. These are made to be dropped. So they're not going to crack and they're not really going to damage the floor. If you're using metal plates, not as ideal, but still can be done. Now Jeff is going to show how to bail on a front squat. The front squat can't really be spotted, so if you can't get back up, this is the best way to get out of it. Now we're going to go over how to spot the bench press. Part of being a good spotter on the bench press isn't just helping the person get the bar back up if they're having a hard time with it. Part of your job is to also help the lifter unrack the bar if they want help. So the best way to do that is, once the lifter has their grip and body positioned properly and they tell you that they're ready to go, I'm going to grab a mixed grip on the bar, and we're going to do a 3 count, and I'm going to help him bring it out of the rack. 1, 2, 3. Now he's on his own. He's going to bring the bar down to his body. If he's having a hard time and can't get it back up, I'll grab double overhand again, bring it back up, walk it into the rack. One other thing, give me another one of those. If Jeff's having just a little bit of a hard time, he might make the rep on his own. He's fighting for maybe the last rep in a set. I can just bring both hands under and just help him bring it back up just a little bit. So that's the basic ways to spot the back squat, the bench press, and also how to bail on a back or front squat. Like I said before, the front squat can't really be spotted, neither can the deadlift, although bailing out of a deadlift is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of times when people are struggling with a lift, people who are kind of hanging around want to come help, and one of the things they usually do is they rush to one side of the bar and they put their hands on it. That's something you never, ever want to do unless side spotters are already in place. And I would personally prefer to have one back spotter as opposed to 2 side spotters. And the reason for that is it's difficult for the side spotters to apply an even amount of pressure to that bar. So you have one person on one side that might just be gently picking the bar up to help, and another person that's thinking, oh my gosh, I need to grab this thing and get it back in the rack as soon as possible. So you're going to end up having people put too much pressure on one side, and the weight becomes unstable, and that just makes it harder for the person that's lifting. Another thing that's very important is communicating with the lifter, and the lifter communicating with the spotter. A lot of times people are really quick to take the bar, especially on the bench press, if someone's struggling, where someone might know their body really well and they'll know that, hey, I can grind this rep out, it just might take me a few seconds. In that case, if you do need help as the lifter, it's your responsibility to say, hey, take this. Or if you are a spotter, ask, do you need help, do you want help? And that lifter can say yes or no. One also very important thing is, when you are spotting someone, just make sure that you are trying to place as much even pressure on them as possible. A good example of that is when you're spotting the back squat, when you are hugging that person's body, not pulling them off balance. And if you're the lifter in that situation, it's not like, hey, this person's got me, I'm just gonna give up and relax. you still need to push and help get that weight back up. If you have any questions about this, post them up to the video or come in, try out our barbell boot camp class. You can learn all this stuff hands-on.